Cyclone Yasi shows no signs of weakening, is maintaining its intensity as a Category 5 cyclone, and is still expected to begin to cross the coast around midnight. The crossing of this cyclone will take some 3 to 4 hours. So we are yet, many of you will be starting to see images on your television screens of very, very high winds, trees coming to horizontal positions. This is only the beginning. We have another 2 hours before we see the full force of this cyclone's power, and that full force will then be maintained for at least 3 to 4 hours. So much of what you're seeing is the very early signs of the impact of this cyclone. We are starting to see a rapid escalation in the number of houses losing power. It's now reached 89,000. More than half of those are in Townsville and Ingham area, and the Townsville CBD has now lost power. We believe that means that a significant number of evacuation centres in Townsville will now be without electricity. Can I clarify, there is data on the website that indicates that the wave buoy at Townsville that records wave heights has recorded a wave height of 18 metres. What I'm advised is that what has actually started happening at that wave buoy is that the waves are breaking over the buoy, which means that it is not able to accurately measure. It is literally being turned upside down, and 18 metres is not an accurate reading. The readings go automatically onto the website, so while it says 18 metres, I know some people are reporting an 18-metre wave at Townsville. This is not accurate, and people should disregard the readings that are now showing on the website. This buoy is in a location where waves do not normally break. However, because of this cyclonic activity, waves are now breaking over it and false readings are occurring. However, we do expect to see very strong storm surges, and some of those will be in Townsville. We're now seeing on the other areas where tides are being accurately measured that those tides and those water heights are climbing. We've got a number of points at which they have now recorded their highest tide of the year and have now gone slightly over. So we are seeing the beginnings of the building of that storm surge that we indicated would build up over a 3-hour period. So we are seeing that happening, but it is only just starting. So can I just say reports of an 18-metre wave in Townsville are not accurate, and I'd just caution against taking material straight off this website now, because the measuring machines are now in extreme conditions that they've never experienced and unlikely to be accurate. I might invite the Deputy Commissioner to say a few words. He's followed up on that complaint that we heard earlier before.
Thank you, Premier. Yes, I have had further information in relation to the caller at Port Hinchinbrook. It's a really unfortunate situation. That person is with 5 other people. All of them are apparently in their mid-60s. They had chosen not to evacuate. They have been advised to go up onto the 2nd story of the apartment block they're in, which is the highest part of that block, and to bunker down. It is really unfortunate that perhaps that they had not taken the advice that had earlier been given them, and they are now bunkering in place and to see this storm out. We know that this is a storm surge area, so there is going to be water. And I've been advised that that water will come up at least to the floor of the 2nd story.
Is that the only threat to them at the moment? They're not in danger of their dwelling being blown apart or anything?
This is a destructive storm. There is going to be a storm surge up to the top of the 1st story. They're on the 2nd story. Who knows?
Why they ignored the warnings to get out?
I have some advice in relation to that, but I'd prefer to have that checked out before I provide it.
Have there been any other calls for evacuation?
Not that I'm aware of at this stage.
Some of their relatives are suggesting they weren't told.
There are 6 people, 6 adult people. We have been making these warnings through you, the media, for how many days? We have been putting out EAs, emergency advices, through the Telstra and Telecom system. the communication system to SMSs and home phones, hard lines, for a couple of days.
Are you feared there are going to be more cases like that?
I'm absolutely sure there will be. We are going to, the officers had made arrangements to call back to check these people, and that while they still can, while they still have communication to those people, they will continue to call them.
What's the latest on the wind strength? You got any details on that?
We're still expecting to see winds of 290 kilometres an hour and perhaps stronger. So we are talking about extreme and destructive winds that are likely to prevail for a number of hours over the communities that will experience them. So we are still to see the full force of this cyclone.